shot him 6 times.
What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to
I shot him 6 times!
YouTube Horror Movie Channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. If you have not done so already, please shoot this video a like. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. As well as if you're a new viewer to this channel, please shoot that subscribe button as well as that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. As well as if you'd like to become a member to the channel, shoot over to the channel dashboard, shoot that join button and choose what level membership best works for you. Okay everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about STU MACHER and the whole theory that his character in the Scream franchise is indeed alive, as many in the fandom, myself included, believe this theory to be fact. Even Matthew Lillard himself, who portrayed Stu in the original Scream film, has gone on multiple platforms, whether it be media podcasts or convention panels, to add fuel to the theory's fire, by stating he believes the character is alive and is very open to returning and reprising the role. And many of us Stu truthers use such interviews and comments from Matthew to strengthen our case. However, what I have not heard anyone mention, whether you're a Stu truther or not, is that this thought of STU MACHER being alive wasn't always how Matthew felt about the character. I say this because while looking up some Matthew Lillard interviews in regards to the STU MACHER character, I found this interview he did with Rich Eisen's podcast, The Rich Eisen Show. For those who did not know who Rich Eisen is, he was a longtime analyst for the NFL Network and has expanded into the world of podcasting, covering sports and pop culture topics. In this video, Eisen asked Lillard about doing another Scream film, and much to my surprise, Matthew's response was very different than what we've heard from him recently. I'm going to play the audio from the segment and chime back in with my thoughts.
Let's talk about your career, Matthew Lillard here.
Yeah, it's long.
Scream. Well,
it's really powerful. I'm a really powerful actor.
Right.
Real beautiful career.
Well, Scream. I mean, that
was a good one.
That was.
There's a lot of bad ones, but that was a good one.
Okay. When was the last time anybody said, "Let's all get the gang back together for another Scream"? When was the last time you got a call?
If I go to Twitter right now, somebody's talking about that in this moment.
In this very moment.
Yeah, that's a big. You know, people still love that series. I mean, they love that series of movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated. Wes Craven, God bless his soul.
Yes.
Was sort of the guy that was pushing that forward, and I don't know if any of us, the old school people, really have a desire to go back.
So.
And I died in the first one, so I quite frankly, I don't care if they ever make another one.
Dude,
I'm dead.
You're all Screams though. Not like you're.
I died one. I died. I'm dead. I'm never like. Always,
oh yeah, like that'll stop a movie from being.
Well,
made.
Exactly.
Come on.
But I haven't made one yet.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to. By the way, bring it back. I'm available.
Okay everyone, so you hear Matthew talk about how with Wes Craven gone, he wasn't sure if there was any desire from any of the OGs to return to a Scream film if there was going to be a new Scream film made. He also stated that he was available if there would be a new Scream film made. But the most important piece of dialogue when asked about a return, he says his character is dead. I die in the first film. Now Eisen lightly pushes back, saying in so many words, horror movies are known to bring supposedly dead killers back to life, so on and so forth, to which Matthew lightly agrees. But the point is, Matthew said his character is dead, a very different tune than what he's been saying over the last year. Now, before my Stu truthers get worried and think I'm exiting the Stu train, and before the non-Stu believers rejoice with happiness assuming I am exiting this Stu train, I want to point out this interview happened back in 2018, 2 years before Scream 5 was announced and 4 years before it was released. Why that is important is because Matthew and the rest of the OGs, and as well as all of us fans, didn't know if there would ever be another Scream film made, and add to the fact that Wes Craven is no longer with us, and the fact that the original plan to bring Stu back in Scream 3 fell through, I'm sure Matthew probably assumed he'd never get another shot at playing STU MACHER again, which makes his response about Stu being dead in this interview understandable. Now, we do have to ask ourselves, why has Matthew's position on Stu changed over the last year since Scream 5's release, as he has been so adamant his character STU MACHER is indeed alive? Does he already know something about the character we don't? In my opinion, he does. Given the Easter eggs in Scream 5 and 6, that points to the possibility of STU MACHER being alive, and the fact Matthew was actually involved with Scream 5 as a background character and Metal Ghostface in Stab 8, I believe Matthew has already been approached by radiosilence about a possible STU MACHER return, and what they've been building with these last two films, especially with the Easter eggs, will eventually be capped off with his reveal and backstory tying everything into all the other films. I believe this because I don't believe he would be so adamant that the character is still alive if he wasn't approached about it, being when there was no Scream 5 thought to be made anytime soon, he claimed the character was dead. In my opinion, he wouldn't change his position like that unless he'd been given some confirmation that the character is in fact alive and that they were going to bring him in a future sequel, and that he shouldn't and can't reveal those said details. And the reason why I believe that this is a fair assumption to make in regards to Matthew knowing he's going to be in a future Scream film returning as STU MACHER, if he hasn't been secretly playing the role in 5 and 6 already, but can't and won't say anything due to a contract clause that prevents him from doing so, is because he has hinted at such before. As in an interview with Us Weekly in June 2022, before Scream 6 went into production, when asked if he will be reprising his role as STU MACHER, he had this to say. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Lillard, 52, exclusively told Us Weekly of the possibility of reprising his role of STU MACHER in the 2023 slasher film on Monday, June 6th. Listen, nobody's called me. I know they go into production like next week, so I am not in it. Unless, of course, I'm totally in it and I'm lying to your face. So with that being said, this interview he had with Us Weekly is proof that there is a possibility Matthew already knows the fate of STU MACHER in the Scream franchise, and that even if he does have knowledge he'll be in another Scream film, he can't and won't say anything as due to a clause in the contract that would prevent him from doing so, as I mentioned earlier in the video. But it can't stop him from fanning the flames and playing both sides of the is he isn't he game to keep the fans guessing. With all that being said, there definitely was a time it seemed Matthew wasn't so confident at all for a STU MACHER return to the Scream franchise after Wes Craven's passing, and rightfully so. However, since the franchise has been reinvigorated by Scream fans and film creators radiosilence, the thought of STU MACHER's return, not only with fans but Matthew Lillard himself, seems more possible and on the horizon than ever before, especially with the new creators dropping subtle Easter eggs to keep the STU MACHER is alive conversation going in Scream 5 and in Scream 6. But okay everyone, that is it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and share your thoughts on Matthew's 2018 interview with Rich Eisen, as well as let me know why you think he changed his tune on STU MACHER being alive over the last year compared to that 2018 interview with Eisen. Once again, this is
I shot him 6 times.
YouTube Horror Movie Channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you all for watching.